Hail and well met, friends! Andang here for the first episode of LOTRO Players Adventures. And this is basically a new show by LOTRO Players where we will be going through early group content and eventually making our way through all the classic LOTRO group content until we make it, hopefully, assuming the show goes that long, to endgame. And hopefully you guys will join us. Now, if you want to join us in-game, you can, of course, send a message to Staffdang, STAFDANG, and join us there. And joining me to go through this show, I have Pineleaf.
Hello.
Braxwolf.
Hello, everybody.
Thalros.
Hello.
Draculetta. That's muted. Alright, well, Draculetta is with us. I promise. Just not at the second.
This all seems so familiar.
Alright, and the goal of the show is to have fun. If we're not having fun, we are doing it wrong. That's the #1 rule. And right now we are in the Lone Lands, and I'll go ahead and put the map up so you guys can see exactly where we are in Minas Ergol. And we are helping Braxwolf level here and do quests and whatnot. And right now we are between the levels of 25 and 41 with a focus on around level 30. And so hopefully you guys will join us for that. And right now we're just alone over here because the rest of the group doesn't know where we are. But that's okay. Alright.
Well, you just going into some random direction.
I'm just following
not
Brax.
telling us where you're going. You're doing the same thing that you did during Fellowship of the Creeps.
That's right, Pineleaf.
Why should it be any different?
Okay, you got a point there.
Alright, and what are we hunting for, Brax?
Actually, I need to do the spiders down here.
Alright, well, we will go down here. The safe way, of course.
There's a safe way?
Yeah, breaking our legs. Alright, let's go ahead and
Did you
call down
jump down
lightning.
already?
Yes.
Well, I just saw a lightning flash, so Andang must be nearby.
Yeah. I gotta check out this body, though.
Tharos, can you talk to Ivan and ask him if he has background noise, and if not, invite him to the call? Because he just sent me a message. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and go into our first topic, which is, of course, what we've done this week. And this week I didn't get too much done, aside from planning for this show. I've been very busy with that, but I've been even more busy with college, so that's taken up a lot of my time this week. But I'm here now, helping Brax level, so that's a lot of fun. Alright, and we are going to destroy all these spiders, of course. Let's see here. And
against spiders?
yeah, we are killing spiders because they're evil. Sorry, Pineleaf, your character is evil in Monster Play. Alright, let's see here. Take these guys out. I always hated this part because you have to walk all around that web.
And you can't see the web sometimes.
Right, especially if you're on lower settings. Alright.
Looks like Pineleaf is doing some questing here, too.
I never bothered doing the quests here because I was out leveling them. And if I decided just to go to Oscaroth instead.
Alright, and
But if we're all here together.
exactly. And we do have a topic this week, which we will be getting into later once we go through what everyone's done, and that is how we got into LOTRO. And for those of us that write for LOTRO players, how we got involved with that. And that will be going on later this show, as this show is called Origins. So we thought it was a fitting title for what we were talking about. Alright.
Like a superhero origin story.
Only if you want to make it that, Pineleaf. All right, and Draculetta, what have you done this week in Lotro?
What have I done in Lotro? What haven't I done in Lotro is the question.
All right.
On my main server, which is Menlador, I ran Fornost water with a couple kinnies. They have never done it before. We did that. That was kind of fun. It's been a long time since I've been in there. Got my lore master to level 78. That is also my scholar. I maxed out the Scholars Guild and Scholar. So I'm now maxed out on that. Got my cook. Maxed out with the Cook's Guild and maxed out the cooking. And that does it for that. Didn't do much on Arkenstone this week, actually. And here on Landreval, I am sitting at level 88, and I am in Wildemore. And that's pretty much
Awesome.
what I did, besides creating this character and getting it to 30.
All right, that's quite a bit. How are you enjoying your new character so far?
I'm really liking the Runekeeper a lot, actually. I didn't think I would, but so far I'm really enjoying it.
Awesome. What do you like about it?
I like that I get to blow things up with fire.
That's what I like about my lore master.
I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say you like making fun of Pineleaf on how Pineleaf plays his Runekeeper.
No, I would never do that.
I thought you would say you watch my videos to know what not to do. Yes.
What not to do?
All right.
No, and I just completed the.
That's right. And I think Ivan just joined us, and I think he will actually be co-host on this show. So welcome, Ivan.
Myths, rumors, and lies. But yes, I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. All right.
Does that mean Brax is the leader since he has the shield?
That means that we need to be following him around, yeah, for questing purposes.
Oh, that's close enough.
We are his slaves.
You guys don't know how bad my sense of direction is, do you?
Oh,
Fitting that you're a
that's why
hunter then.
let's just say my.
It's better than Pineleaf, right? I mean, it
Well,
has
he's
to
a
be better
warg.
than
He has an
Pineleaf.
excuse.
Well, that's
If
true.
you ever saw my Runekeeper, and every once in a while I've shown my easily lost title, say, okay, well, I told you I'm easily lost.
There's a reason Pineleaf chose the spider. Spiders aren't very mobile, and they build a web in one place because they can't be bothered to go looking for their food and get lost and not find their home again.
Let your food come to you.
Exactly.
Got all the corpses.
Got all your corpses? Let's see. I think I've got 2 more to go.
And one more of those treasures.
Oops.
We're into the easy spiders now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So where exactly are you guys right now?
The lowlands.
Send Snapdang a tell and I'll invite you to the group.
Oh, and there's the treasure.
Treasure hunters!
All right, and Ivan, what have you done this week?
What have I done this week? Well, let's see. I have played my captain a little bit, and also my guardian. Not much with the guardian, just did a little bit more on the Wildemore. He's still at 87. Captain, I took, and I was doing the epic storyline actually with him to get him to places where he can do the things with the stuff that is important. The main thing I actually did was I recorded an episode of my podcast. I got it fully edited and everything, and then yesterday when I was trying to upload it, and also earlier today, I was just running into troubles with my uploading host service, so I haven't been able to get that posted yet, but it's there.
Isn't that what happened to
Waiting.
your Black Arrow episode?
Yeah, Well, this is different. The Black Arrow one was deliberately lost.
Okay then. Anything else?
I guess we'll go back the way we came.
I have
Well,
one
I was just out
more
getting more.
corpse. What corpse did I miss?
And
do
let's
we
see, I
wanna mount
recruited
up?
a couple more people for the. I recruited a couple people for the White Hand just now, and was doing some fighting with the Freeps. Nothing particularly new or anything to report, just kind of the usual. But hey, finally have some new recruits for the tribe, so yay for that.
Awesome.
Now I suppose I have to actually get to work and give them like a third-party voice system and some third-party website for the tribe so they can talk at each other and do calendar things.
Yeah.
Because, all that functionality was removed when they got rid of that whole My LOTRO thing.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Not like anyone ever really ran a kinship or a tribe through the My LOTRO website anyway.
Yeah,
as
only
far as
just
I know,
half the
most
people.
just made their own
Yeah.
external website.
On Landerville, yes.
Mm.
For some servers, they were completely on that. I know on Imladris, a ton of players use that system. And when
Really?
it went down, it was a bad thing, yeah.
Yeah. And my experience has always been that they've always used either Guild Portal or Guild Launch. Always. Just one of those two sites.
That's definitely true for raiding, PvP, and Landerville, a lot of Landerville kins as well.
Oh.
Alright, anything going on in the chat?
Not really.
Alright, well you can join us in the chat by going over to PVMP Andang, and then somewhere on there there's a YouTube video of this. Also, if you go to LOTROplayers/live and then click on LOTRO Players Adventures, then there is a link there as well each week where you will be able to catch this show.
Oh, hey, I got left behind. What I get for alt tabbing.
That's right. Alright, well, Braxwolf, what have you been up to?
Well, it looks like I just rode in a big circle.
I think so. I think we might have to go up.
Outstanding.
Up, yes. Let's look for up. Well, actually, quite a few things this week. Not as much as last week, but I guess first of all, somewhat LOTRO related, I was invited to be on Contains Moderate Peril podcast this week, and that was a really cool event. I was very flattered and honored to be asked, and we had a good time talking about some general gaming related topics. You want to check that podcast out. It's over at Contains Moderate Peril. As far as within the game, I got my captain to level 92 over on Winfola, and I kind of got sick of him. I don't know. I'm not feeling the captain right now. I don't know if it's the changes or if it's the zone. But I decided to go back to the Lore Master one night last week instead, and he's level 82, I think, still in the other side of Rohan, the east side. And I got kind of bored with him too because he's too easy. And Pine Leaf got dismounted.
Alright, let's go ahead and
I have
dismount
no
and
idea
help
where
him
you
out.
guys are.
Because we have quite a train of enemies that we need to fight, I think. Thank you, Pine Leaf, for the train noises.
So really, probably the most fun I've had was I actually went back and started playing my champion again, which is level 55, sitting in the middle of the waterworks, and he's just about the right level where it's still somewhat challenging, and it's kind of like learning a new class again because I haven't played him for so long anyway, and it's kind of the right time to learn him because they've simplified the skill set, so I didn't have to remember all those green skills that I never remembered on the champion before, because who uses green skills on the champion? So that was a good time, and then I've been kind of leveling Braxwolf over here on Landerville, trying to get to catch up with all you gentlemen at least to level 30, and as you can see, I was unsuccessful in that endeavor. But I did actually retake Weathertop this time, unlike the Brax clan the last time we tried. The trick is to do the solo, and then you get inspiration bonus.
Yes. Yeah, that does help. I think I'm going to need to get...
We got to go turn these quests in.
Oh, now I remember. I didn't have the money to buy the rep horse. That's why I got such a lousy horse, because I want the rep horse. But now I have the money, so I should go to Bree some point and get that horse.
Alrighty then.
Because right now I have only a 100 morale horse, which is obviously doesn't cut it.
Well, it's faster than mine.
Well, that's because it's faster because I have the journeyman bonus. Because this is actually a slow horse.
Yeah.
Alright. And Atharos, what have you been up to?
I was sick, and then I was sick some more, and then I was sick for pretty much the rest of the week, and now I'm here.
Well, hopefully you're doing better.
Yeah, I'm mostly fine now. Kind of messed up the week, so I couldn't really do much, but it happens.
Yeah.
Finally, everyone else is getting sick now, so I feel better.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people who are.
I wasn't leaning towards anything, by the way.
I know you weren't. Alright, let's see here, let's just mount.
Congrats, Panda, on the level up, by the way.
Yeah, congrats.
Probably our longest serving attendant.
Alright. And Pineleaf, what have you been up to?
Alright, let me turn in these quests first. So I could remember what I need to do. Let's see. Of course, these are all items that I've out-leveled already. Lost. Okay, finish that.
Congrats on the level
I'll get a
up.
bit of rep here.
There's one more level.
Oh, now I got bunches of more questies. All right, now what did I do this week? First off, we will start with my burglar. Well, as you can see, the results of my burglar is my burglar is now level 30, and I ran. Well, we tried running a skirmish last week, and that didn't quite get on the air. But I reached Oscar Ruth, I did some quests there, and I'm just finishing up and was getting ready to head into Evendim. So that's what I'll probably do the next time it's time for us to start leveling our characters. My captain ran some skirmishes and reached level... I think I reached level 90 with my captain. My champion ran some skirmishes, and the highlight there was I noticed when running Attack at Dawn that the... Oh, okay, that must have been a herald that I just saw die and fall over. I was like, what was that? All right, highlight was I was running an Attack at Dawn, and I saw that they finally fixed the catapult so that they're working now, instead of having that graphics bug they had before. So that was good to see. On my hunter, I completed the Stone Deans and started on the West Fold. Ran several skirmishes, including a pair of Tier 3 small fellowship skirmishes, breaching the Necromancer's Gate in defense of the Prancing Pony.
Awesome.
All right, let's see. On my Runekeeper, on Gladden, I completed my quest with Otso, and I entered the North Downs, did a few quests there, escorted Lalia, which I posted that episode this morning. So now I'm level 19 on the brink of turning to level 20. And on Arkenstone, my runekeeper ran several skirmishes. So let's see. Gladden. On Gladden, I returned to Mirkwood. And I ran the Danninglore skirmish for my epic. For my Skirmish for Middle Earth series. That should be posted tomorrow. I reached level 65. And I'm going to hold off. I'm going to stay at 65 until I reach Dunland. Then I'll start worrying about... Wait. Okay, why is half the party here and the
Braxwolf is
person-
off on the other place, yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
That's because
now-
I realized that I had a setting that I needed to change, so that's actually why. And that's why people had been experiencing some jumping on the feed, because apparently it likes it better when you select the game setting instead of the window setting. Go figure.
All right, so now I got to find Braxwolf. I assume that's Braxwolf I'm trying to chase. Yeah, all right. So where was I? Oh yes, sir, on Gladden. So therefore I'm going to hold at 65 until I get to Dunland. And that should... Let's see. And I'm currently questing in the Scuttle Dells.
Awesome.
Now, I'm at the point in the epic where you get offered Thongulhad, so I won't be running that until it's time to film my episode, since in this series, for the epic ones, I'm doing the first run for the series. And I want to run all the classes in... My plan is to run all the classes through Danninglore before continuing with the rest of the series.
All right.
Because I wanted to show a skirmish with all the classes after the changes. The last time I did it was with Tuckborough, well before the changes were made. And on Laurelin, I ran the quest in Underharrow with my warden there. Is that it? And I think that's it.
Awesome.
Okay, where the heck are you guys? Because I have no clue.
We are almost back at the
Apparently where
road.
the lynxes are at.
I thought you were in the keep.
We were.
Oh, you jumped off the cliff.
I mean,
guessing.
that was
got
a
a hunt.
while ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know,
you
it's
didn't mention
confusing
it.
with the lore master having a lynx when you were trying to hunt for a lynx.
All right, are we are we ready to do the a skirmish with since we have how many do we have? 9 people.
We can attempt a raid.
We are
Well, it
going
would
to
have
attempt
to
to
if
raid.
we have 9 people.
What's our lowest? It looks like we have a 21, 28.
Everyone's above
a
20.
Actually, this person's at 20.
Well, you know what I mean.
Right, yeah. So everyone
can do level 20.
presumably do a skirmish. All right, I think we should run it at 25. Does that sound good to everybody?
Seems a bit risky, but
Well, 25 is... Well, actually, let's see. What do we have here? We have... How many people are below 25 and how many are above?
Oh, actually, just one second.
we will be like 3 or 4 people less than what you meant to have. So
For some reason, it does not want to allow people to do a skirmish.
It won't allow...
Nope, because I'm here
Is
and it
there-
has it grayed out and it says the following members are not eligible to run this encounter, and then it doesn't list anybody. So I'm guessing someone didn't do the tutorial. I'm guessing it's our level 20.
Are you
that's
sure you
okay.
have it set for...
Yep, I had it set on raid and at level 25.
Yeah, I wonder-
I'll ask now in the.
Well, okay, let's see. On Thievery... Oh, that's right, because in Thievery Mischief it lists...
Okay,
Rax,
so I think it's,
Pandemonic, and Kothborn, so I presume one of those 3 is the one that's not eligible for the other one.
Yep.
I've done
So, let's see here then. What can we do?
Well, I presume Brax is only because of level.
Well,
And-
Aled
do that.
said sorry.
So,
Yeah, Aled hasn't done it.
oh,
Yep.
hasn't done the
Um,
tutorial? Okay.
No. Those don't take that long. We could wait. If
We
you
probably should go there
Okay.
now while we're working on this area.
Do you have to do anything to unlock the Great Barrel?
No, I don't believe so.
No, I think it's just level
No,
20.
not the maze. The maze you get automatically.
Yeah, the first one anyway.
Right, it says Braxwolf, Panda, Cuthborn, Pinesap, and Santiago can't join
Well, first of all, what for?
into the maze.
Well,
Well,
we
yeah,
know
but we
I've
can't do
already
the
beat
maze in a
this.
raid.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Right. Alright, well, let's think about this here.
So either
It won't let me do
Wait
the
for-
skirmish either, so...
But you
Yeah,
can't-
that's 'cause,
I presume
Aled
it's
hasn't
first
done
because
it.
Someone hasn't done the tutorial.
yeah,
Alright.
Aled said he hasn't.
Can someone ask him if he doesn't mind leaving the group for that, then? I hate to do that, but...
Well, he could rejoin after doing the tutorial.
Exactly, yep.
Why
Alright.
does that? Why does that look familiar?
Tell him that he can rejoin once he completes it, since you have to break group anyway to do it, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Where are you, Braxwolf?
That's fine. I'm trying
Ah.
to figure out.
I'm just standing on a hill.
Oh, I see him.
Oh, there he is.
Trying to take screenshots. I expect.
No, I'm just trying to not be somewhere that people respawn.
I thought you were going to go in and try to take the crates and the relics or whatever you had to do in there.
Yeah, I do need to do that, but I didn't know how long that would take and when we were going to jump into the skirm. So
Oh, yeah. So you got a good point there.
Alright, here we go.
All right. Now, does it give you? See, you
I'm
can go
going
in.
to go look. Yes, it does. Alright, let's see here. Which of the three do we want to do?
Of what now?
The skirmishes.
Oh, probably better to do a shorter one. I think
Alright, let's
Tuck's pretty
do
quick normally.
Storm is the shortest one.
Oh yeah, it's also one of the harder ones that we have right
Alright, so with him gone, our lowest level, we're gonna go ahead and do it on 26, I guess.
now. All right, let's try that. And if we die horribly, which we might.
All right. Who's the tank?
That's a good question, finally.
What's a tank?
Sprydra's not here this week, which, by the way, Sprydra is also a member of this show.
We decide we're doing Storm anyway. Looks like.
Yeah, I thought that's what we decided on.
Oh, I thought we decided it was a bit
Came
when
upon a
the-
Dunlending hag named
Okay.
William.
Oh well, let's
Never
just
the
do
old
it.
woman of the mountain. She sought to raise an army of
I'll
ancient
get the
evil to
hope
aid
since
the
that's
White Hand against
probably going to be
Rohan.
needed.
It was our
All
duty,
right. Let's see.
Amron's and mine, to keep her at bay.
So, which of these will die first?
Hopefully none, finally.
Well, they are rangers.
Well, true.
Well, I'm worried. Yeah, I was thinking of the drummers, but but yeah, the Rangers get an opportunity to die well before the
Should we get
drummers
started
do, I
then?
guess.
Yeah, go ahead and get started.
Cool. You can see Talmouth Edris down from up here.
you can.
Yeah, it's over there.
Oh, okay, I've never looked down at
Sweet.
Thomas address from here.
Yep,
All
you
right.
can.
The ruins.
And Pinely
I
did
guess
the
that's
guide, so...
apropos. I always wondered where Thomas address was relative to this place.
You can
Alright,
jump down to it.
let's go ahead and get started. And Pineleaf runs in, prepared, with his skirmish knowledge.
Primordial Wrath.
Oh, what a way to start!
Oh goodness, we're gonna die. Who's our healer, by the way?
I should be, but I'm not right now. I'm
Newbie
in combat, so I
Wrath.
Alright, well,
Yeah, once we've done
once
these,
we get
don't
out of
pull
combat
anything.
here, hopefully we will
I
be
can
able to heal people.
Do some healing, but I'm not spec for healing. But so I can
I
give a
think-
little.
All right.
We might need everything we have.
Go ahead and switch over to healing if you can.
Yeah, I'm going to do that now.
Let me
All right.
see.
You want
So-
me to switch to healing too?
Yep.
Okay.
Ugh.
Give me a second.
All right. I'll use a conviction signal.
Okay. Let me just use that. That, I suppose.
I sense we have a high level character here.
Well,
Nonsense. I make up for the other 3 players. Well, I guess 4 players since. Alright. So let's go ahead
Alright.
and is everybody good on healing and things?
should be, yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and
Alright.
go into our first topic here, which is how did you get into LOTRO, and then how did you get involved with LOTRO players? And I'm actually curious, Ivan, how did you get involved into LOTRO? If you're there. Okay. Well, Athelros, how did you get into LOTRO?
I first started playing the year that free-to-play launched. They had a like a free trial thing leading up to the release,
Mm-hmm.
and I was doing that for about a week, and then I got locked out because it ran out of time. And at that point, I was just stuck watching or listening to CSTM while waiting for. I was pretty much just doing that and checking the forums every so often while waiting.
So should I switch
And
over to
event-
my healer pet?
It might be a good idea.
I think your pet's OP enough that the damage is more helpful.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
people are at half health and stuff, so.
It won't help that much, but if you feel you need to.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Think-
try it.
Yeah. Honestly, the only one who's dying right now is me.
Oh, the captain. Going down real quick.
Because I cannot heal myself.
There's a heal.
Okay, Okay, Ivan's dying.
Yeah, well, my heal's on cooldown, so I can't do anything.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm trying to.
Here we go. What was I saying?
How you got into LOTRO?
Yes, I ended up joining when free-to-play launched again. I think I made a new account and just started over afresh. I ended up picking Landreval purely because that's what CSCM was based on, mainly. And also because it was a RP server, and I just generally heard those were more friendly, generally.
Which they are.
Yeah, that's been my experience.
Alright.
After that, I was playing for about from that up until I think was it Rise of Rohan release, which is when I started doing Fellowship of the Creeps, obviously. And after that, I just started getting more and more involved with LOTRO players until we're at this point, where I'm still doing pretty much the same thing I was before.
Alright. And Drac, how'd you get into LOTRO?
My friend actually was playing. He talked me into playing. I started playing probably about 2 months, month and a half before free to play started. He was playing on Menlador, so I rolled up a hunter over there because I've always played range bow type characters in every MMO I've ever played, and started there. And as far as how I got involved into LOTRO players, I of course listened to all the LOTRO podcasts, and I listened to LOTRO Academy. And they kept talking about on Arkenstone, they had the Academy kinship over there for all the listeners. So I rolled up a version of myself over on Arkenstone and got to know them. And when Mystery was planning the Fellowship Walk this year, she asked if I would help out with that, and I started helping with that, and I pretty much got roped into LOTRO players at the same time.
Yep.
You might give me some power. Did you are the Lawmaster?
Nonsense.
And that's pretty much the short version of how I got into LOTRO and LOTRO players.
Where's my power skill? Share the power.
Oh,
There we
boy.
go.
Oh, Brax, I'll get you a heal here in a second. There we go.
Oh god, I didn't even notice.
Yep.
I wouldn't either. I wasn't paying attention. There you go, Brax.
Thanks. I think he was shooting me.
Yeah.
Stupid archers.
I wasn't
Well,
paying
I suppose
attention.
it's,
What goes
actually
around
predict
comes
what-
around.
yeah, pretty much. There's a couple over here. Oh, and there's... Okay.
Is someone healing the pet, or is my pet healing the pet?
I keep tossing heals to him.
And mine are AoE, I'm not sure if they actually affect the pet or not, though.
Okay, well, its morale went up pretty quick there for a second, so I wasn't sure what was going on.
Who seems to have the most power issues aside from me? It doesn't seem like anyone actually is.
It looks like our minstrel friend finished the tutorial, so that's good.
It was quick.
Yeah, it was.
What's healer?
Seem to have done fairly well, no deaths yet.
Yeah, that's always good.
Crank their level up.
Well, you can't put it more than 5 levels above the lowest level person in the party.
Sound like someone didn't like that idea.
Bad
I told
idea.
you he was gonna. I told you he was gonna bark at least once.
Got into the atmosphere there.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh no.
We're gonna die.
Yeah,
Everyone
this
fall
is gonna
back to
go
the
badly.
Rangers, please.
This
Oh
pole's
yeah,
crazy.
There's trees everywhere.
2 already
Okay.
defeated. Oh no.
Oh, we
3 defeated.
we managed to pull into
This is gonna
Lieutenant.
go badly.
Oh no, now I know how Saruman feels.
That was funny.
Oh, tree. Oh yeah, of course, the new tree statue at the very bottom. And they're still attacking.
Yes, they are.
I think.
And another counter assault got launched.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's
Oh,
because half the people, I suspect half the things we're fighting aren't from the counter assault, but are
It
from
would
the next
seem that
region.
way.
Oh god, they're coming back down here.
I can't even see anything.
Please help me.
This is so familiar. Actually, this seems a lot like what happened in LOTRO Reporters, Skirmishes thing.
Oh, that couldn't have gone any more worse. I'm trying to get back up there to heal.
So, the moral of the story, stay behind Pine Leaf.
Oh, Zeradan's about to die. And he's dead.
Ah.
Which means that we failed.
I
What was
stayed
that
alive.
about? Raising the level?
Oh.
You were saying?
well.
Well, that was fun.
It was. I think
Anyway.
if we had the minstrel here, we
I
definitely.
think with the minstrel we can do it at 25 because that was at 26. I'm going to do this one at 25 since he is a level 20.
I think the only reason we struggled is because we pulled pretty much everything in that courtyard.
Probably, but I don't like going more than 5 levels above players, so.
No, I suppose that's true. You don't want to deflect everything. But he is a healer, so
He can heal.
And the fact is
you can't
that-
deflect healing.
If I brought my bear out, would that take most of the brunt?
No,
No.
it would be good.
Yeah, I'm sure he could take them all.
Alright, and Brax, how'd you get into LOTRO and LOTRO players?
I feel like I just told this story. Let's see if it can be a little bit different this time. Maybe I'll make something up. So I've always been into video games, going back to the Atari 2600 days, but I never really played a lot of online stuff until probably about 2011 is when I started getting interested in MMOs. And that was because I was watching on some co-workers' recommendations the Felicia Day series, The Guild. It's kind of a comedy web series where they play a World of Warcraft-like MMO game together. And they're throwing around all these MMO terms and stuff. And even without knowing anything about the games, it's a funny web series. But I really started to get interested in what it would be like to have this kind of human social dynamic going on as you were playing video games with people all over the world. And so I started looking into MMOs. And at the time, the big ones were kind of EverQuest 2, World of Warcraft, and Lord of the Rings Online. And Lord of the Rings Online had just gone free to play. I think they went free to play the fall of 2010. And so this would have been about the spring of 2011. And so I started playing The Hunter. I rolled it. First, one of my friends to actually play this game, and then I got a couple other friends to play, and eventually my wife and sons to play the game as well. So it's kind of how I got into the game. Not only because it was free to play, but also because I was very familiar with the Tolkien lore and stories, and the IP was very interesting to me.
Okay.
So as I was doing that, I was, of course, listening to podcasts and stuff. I'm an analyst by trade, and so I try and kind of educate myself on whatever it is I'm doing at the time, so that I can understand it better and have more fun with it. And the podcasts that have been mentioned here, CSTM and LOTRO Academy, were two of the big ones. LOTRO Reporter was the other one that I was interested in. And throughout these 2 or 3 years of playing the game, I had more or less just been a consumer of that content and never really contributed, even though I enjoyed writing and blogging and seemed to have an affinity for it. Whatever it was kept me from kind of contributing to CSTM or asking if I could contribute. I don't know what it was, just kind of an intimidation factor probably. They had so many good contributors already. But when CSTM then announced that they were going to be stopping their podcast and scaling back on the blog at the middle of this past year, that kind of hit me in a way that was like, that's too, this has been kind of a part of my whole LOTRO experience ever since I started playing. So it was kind of sad in a way. But soon thereafter, I heard the LOTRO Academy podcast where Andang was on, kind of touting this new website that they were looking for contributors called LOTRO Players. And I thought, well, I guess if there's a time for me to get involved, this is as good a time as any, because it's kind of the ground floor and there are really no expectations at this point, and I could be part of building something up in the process. So that's how I got involved in LOTRO Players, contributing to the website. I emailed Andang and said, could you use contributors? And he's very generous to allow me to contribute. And I think I tried to tell the story before about LOTRO Players News, that I don't really know how I got involved in that, other than one time I happened to mention offhand to Mystery that I might like to try podcasting sometime. And the next thing I know, there's an email in my inbox from Andang saying, be there for the Wildermore podcast episode.
Yeah, Mist was really pushing me. She's like, hey, this guy really wants to podcast. You should give him a chance, have him come and join us. And it was definitely a great idea because you're an awesome podcaster.
Well,
Why
thanks.
do I
It's
have
been
a shield over
been
me?
a lot of fun.
What was that, Pineleaf?
Why do I have a shield over me?
Because you are the skirmish expert and everyone is going too far forward.
Okay. Well, yes, I see that they're going too far forward.
So hopefully they will not, and that's why you have a shield over you. So they know where to be.
Well, okay. Using the burglar as the example.
Well, I can change your shield if you want. If you want something else.
I guess not. Fortunately, you can see the shield even when I'm stealthed.
Kind of gives you
I
away.
guess I have a sunny disposition.
A giant burning sun kind of gives away your stealth, finally. You'd think they would notice that. But I guess they're kind of like moths to the flame. I don't know.
Not too far up.
Some of them can't hear you, Pineleaf.
Yeah.
Just like to point that out.
Apparently not.
Yes, we'll go with that story.
You gotta be real careful with your tab targeting in this part.
Heal the one that went too far forward. Ivan.
Oh, we got a Rage of Morgoth here.
Alright, and Ivan, how did you get involved with LOTRO and LOTRO players?
Which order do you want me to do those in? Because the one
LOTRO
story is
first.
really long. The other one's really...
LOTRO
Okay.
first, then your podcast,
Well-
then how you got involved with us.
Well, back in the dawn of time,
In the beginning.
Alright, LOTRO, I was brought into LOTRO pretty much by a friend and also my younger brother, who they were going a little bit nuts. I did WoW a little bit. I've tooled around a number of MMOs actually, of various levels of, how would we put this, legitimacy?
Okay.
I don't know any other appropriate term to use when you talk about RuneScape and stuff like that. Anyway, so I was really looking for something that was a proper MMO, and I was also looking for something just well made, good. I was a fan of other podcasts and stuff. I'd done trials on all kinds of different games, and finally I had the shot at getting into LOTRO, and I was sharing an account for quite a while until I actually graduated high school, and I managed to get my own account going there. But the three of us started out just playing together a little bit, but one of the unspoken goals, I guess, that they had when they were first starting up is that one day they wanted to do a podcast, which was something that got put on the back burner for a while. And then, I don't know, sometime when like our mid-30s, 40s, something like that, as far as leveling progression went, after splitting accounts, that was when we finally went ahead, we did it, we started a podcast, and that podcast has continued on since then. Is now, if we go by podcasts that have not had any quitting, I think we're the third longest running, behind LOTRO Reporter and LOTROcast.
Yeah, LOTROcast is still going. Not a lot of people realize it, but
Yeah,
still going.
there is still a LOTROcast out there, and
They've
I
changed
can't
hosts
remember
a
the guy's
lot,
name.
but they are still there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the guy plays the Lore Master. I remember listening back when it was Mormor doing it. That was one of the podcasts I listened to a lot. It was CSTM and it was LOTROcast, and I actually almost tried to do LOTROcast. I was getting ready to send the application when my friend Jaloran and Mathram were all like, no, don't send an application to them. We're getting ready to start our own. I was like, okay, that's the plan then. As for how I got involved with LOTRO players, well, that's very simple. Andang paid me the appropriate fees, and so I said, okay.
Whoa, wait a minute.
And then you never released an episode. So clearly I didn't pay you enough. No, he's just
Alright,
kidding.
Now, how do you want to do this fight?
Well, first I want to take the flag.
Well, if you do that, you'll start the fight.
Yeah, I know.
You got 4 drakes coming in.
I'm going to attack the drakes.
All 4 of them?
I'm going to attack at least one of them.
Round him up, Andang.
And we probably shouldn't be talking during this one. It's going to be a little bit... we probably need to focus on this. I'm not going to start another one.
Oh boy.
Alright, focus down the Drake. Finally pick a target, everyone. Go on that one. Alright, that's 2 down.
Okay, 2 down. Someone is keeping the Rangers alive?
There's only 2 soldiers on the main Drake.
I'm trying to.
We could definitely use more help up here on the main Drake.
Well, fortunately, this guy's going to be dead soon.
On my way.
Alright, that one's down. Now,
I'm glad I switched over to my
We're-
healing pet. But yeah, and if you are in the chat or if you're watching this video later, tell us how you actually got into LOTRO. It's definitely an interesting thing. I'm definitely interested to find out how that all went. And whenever we have any kind of topics on here, or if you just want to comment and tell us how great or bad we're doing, feel free to just leave a comment there on the right side of the live video and beneath the video once it's actually published. And if you have any questions you'd like us to answer, feel free to ask them in the chat. We'd love to answer
hey,
them. And
Drake
hey,
is down.
we defeated the Drake.
Alright. Apparently, we lost the drummers, though.
Yep. Alright.
It's not like we need all these things from the Drakes.
Yep. Yay, we completed it.
Even if she did get away.
Yeah, well, she does that.
Minor
She gets
detail.
away to skirmish another day.
Indeed. Alright, and I think I'll save Penley for last, so I'm going to go ahead and go. I actually got into LOTRO back in the original beta, back when it was Middle-earth Online. Crazy stuff, I know. It was a very, very, very different game back then. Completely different. It was unique back then, and it was closer to the old style of MMO at that time. But it was still a very unique thing. A few things that I wish that they would bring back are the ability to have some morality questions. I don't necessarily think we should go the full route, but have some challenging morality questions, and also the ability for players to write books, because that just sounds awesome.
You know what else they should bring back? Having to go to level 35 and pay 4 gold for your first horse.
I agree, possibly.
I think for the first character, that's how it should be, because
Yeah.
things only have value if you have to work for them. When it's all just handed to you, then what's the point?
That's definitely true. Difficulty in general needs to be harder than what it is right now.
Good
Well,
night.
kind of detail.
Let's not get started on that one.
Yep, that's all the conversation for another day. So anyway,
I already covered that on my own podcast. I
and
don't
we
need to
did
go
on
again.
LOTRO Players News in our review episode.
bet.
So our epic 3-hour review episode, which is short for Through the Palantir, but anyway, and then I actually did get into the original beta of LOTRO, not at the beginning, but a little ways into it. Thought it was a cool idea, but at the time, I would have had to rely on my parents' credit card, and they didn't like the idea. So, plus I didn't really have the money anyway. So that was kind of out of the question. I thought about getting back into it. I had a free trial a little bit later on for 14 days, and really enjoyed it. And then the great thing that happened, the free-to-play announcement. And I jumped on that day one on Imladris and got fairly far into it. And the cool thing about Imladris was every single person was a new player on there. And that's a totally different experience this far into the game. It's almost like starting over again. And so that was really cool. And then just got up to Cap, started a raiding kin. Had a lot of fun going through Rise of Isengard's raiding. I did actually make it to cap,
Come on,
like,
we only got 3 of his cards.
I guess so. But I did actually make it to cap about a week before Rise of Isengard came out, so that was nice to be at
Oh,
the.
there he is.
That was nice to be at the original cap of free to play by the end of it, and had fun doing a rating kin, but then that fell apart. Switched over to Landerville. The moment that I entered Landerville, I created a character, got to Bree, there was a band playing, and at that moment I knew that Landerville was my server. And had a lot of fun on there, and decided to transfer over my champion and create a bunch of new characters as well. And haven't regretted it. Started PvP, a PvP show with Ivan on Landerville and Thalros and Pineleaf, and had a lot of fun with that, and started LOTRO Players once I heard the announcement that CSTM said they were at end, and the only reason I probably started this site was because I was on a trip at the time when I got the email. We were literally pulling out of the driveway when I got the email from CSTM that's going to end. And so for the rest of that family trip, all I was thinking about was, man, I can't believe CSTM is going to end. And by the end of it, I knew I was going to create a new site. I called up Brannick right away because I knew I wanted a podcast to be with us, an established podcast to be with us at the start. He thought it was a cool idea. He agreed. And LOTRO Players just grew from there, and it was awesome. And it's still a lot of fun to do, and we're starting new shows, and that's awesome as well. And definitely don't regret that initial choice to come here with free to play, because it's amazing how far we've come as a group. All right, and Pineleaf, how did you get into LOTRO and LOTRO Players and CSTM? I guess.
Yeah. And lots of stuff.
Back in the dawn of time.
Yes, back in the dawn of time. In that case, means in the 70s.
The
It was awarded.
The 2070s.
No, the 1970s.
Okay.
With my introduction to D&D.
Oh, we're going way back there.
Well, that's how I got into role-playing games.
Awesome.
Is with the original edition of D&D, back before they had things like Advanced Dungeons and Dragons and all those other things. They've added since then.
All that nonsense.
Yeah. So therefore, that was back then, and now as for my as for computer role-playing games, let's see, that started probably not too long afterwards, because I remember trying a couple of computer role-playing games. Of course, early attempts were rather, shall we say, poor by today's standards. like the Temple of Apshai and stuff like that, which were very early attempts at doing role-playing games on the computer, which obviously, we're talking about TRS-80s and things like that, who aren't very sophisticated. But let's see. The first one that I remember getting all the way through on, though, was Diablo.
Very cool.
Have you left the ruins?
We just
We
now
are
are
leaving
mounting up.
now.
Oh, okay. I forgot to unmute myself again.
All right. So the first one that I got all the way through on, though, was the original Diablo. Now, of course, being in Diablo got me in contact with Blizzard type stuff. So that got me in. So I did try Warcraft, though. I wasn't I wasn't very proficient on RTSs, I have to admit on that. But I did try that, and that, of course, got me into WoW, which was my first MMO. Now, WoW, I tried playing a troll hunter. That was my main character for quite a long time, until the first expansion came out. The first expansion came out, I looked out into this new world. I was a bit tired of every late zone in WoW looking like a new rendition of Mordor. I don't know if you had that same, but I always thought that every single zone after about halfway through was Mordor rehashed. And I went to the new zone and it just looked like another Mordor rehash. I deleted my character.
So what are you gonna do when we get to Mordor?
He's gonna delete his character, all his wardens, every single one of
Well,
his wardens.
no, I'm not going to do that. Well, at least with Mordor, it's going to look. You expect Mordor to look like Mordor, but for every zone to look like Mordor was a bit much.
Hmm.
So therefore, I deleted the characters. I did play a while longer using the new races, but obviously that was the beginning of the end. So
Plus, there were just
eventually,
way too many trolls to hunt by then.
Yeah.
right. Oh, now I got to.
Turn in the quest
Keeping
finder.
up with trolls is a full-time
I can't
job.
turn in the quest until I find a vendor. Oh, I'm a burglar. Is there a campfire here? No, not a campfire here.
You can delete stuff, Pine Leaf, or you can trade it to me and I'll sell it for you and never give you the money back.
There's a campfire on the other side of these ruins, you know, in that first path south of the Forsaken Inn. But that's a ways off.
It is a
I'm
ways
on
off.
my way.
All right, Ace, I was wondering if I could summon a vendor. So I don't think I could summon the vendor here, could I?
Doubt it.
Burglars can still summon vendors.
Yeah, as far as I know, every class that has those skills, well, had those skills, still does.
Yeah.
Didn't really see it on my Guardian anymore. It just wasn't in his skill set that I saw.
Maybe it's not there anymore. For the Guardian.
Well, let's see.
Of course,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
summoning
Yeah.
tinker is like-
I'm not near a campfire, so I can't summon him. Right now. Okay,
Hey,
so let
level
me
up.
get- All right, so
Congratulations,
get me
Brax.
these Shoulder pads.
Thank you.
Take that in and all these gloves.
come
Oh,
faster
those
at
are
this
nice
level.
Gloves. Those are
Indeed
nice
they do.
gloves. Okay, so I obviously want those gloves. So I'll take that off and I'll take. Oh, and he also gives you a sword.
Is that what
Finally,
a
just
sword
giving you
sounds
a-
like?
That's what his sword sounds like.
Giving you a peek into his mind here.
Okay, so therefore I got that done, and I get another quest to go to Oscaruth. Okay, good. And at Oscaruth I can sell stuff.
Get
Yep.
a skill point.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, so you don't like...
All right,
you
where
said
was
you,
I?
You
Oh,
didn't
yes.
like WoW, and then what happened?
Yeah, so I got tired of WoW, and around that, so the next time I bought a new computer, I decided to dump WoW, not bother installing it on my new computer, and I decided to try LOTRO instead, which was a couple of months after the game was introduced. So I wasn't the founder, wasn't quite early enough for that. But I was a couple of months afterwards, and when it came to time to, when it was coming to the end of the trial period and deciding what to do, I just decided to go for a lifer.
Awesome.
So I bought the lifer during the time when it was most expensive to do so, because I wasn't early enough to be a founder, but I was too early to get any of the discounts that they offered later on.
Somehow, I think you got your money's worth, Pine Leaf.
Yeah.
But I still got my money's worth. Though I do sometimes jokingly refer to my Bree horse as my $40 mount, because if I had waited 4 months, I would have been able to save $100 on it. But of course, I would have paid $60 in subscription fees before then. So therefore, I say I paid $40 for my Breeland horse.
And they think the $20 horses are expensive.
Yeah, I think the $20 were.
Or the $50.
Or the $50
horse.
hobby horse.
Oh, iron.
Luckily, that hasn't been even added to the game yet.
Or probably ever will.
Well, they said the animation was an issue, but we'll see what happens.
I think they just said that.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, as far as I know, some people actually do have it. Like, it was in that Christmas boxes when it was actually
Right.
going to be released, and some people got it.
Yep. So you got into Lotro, got your mount.
So I got into Lotro, started playing, bouncing back and forth between various character classes. I think my favorite in my early days was probably my mini, because that's when I actually got up into the 40s. Then came Moria. And of course, when Moria came out, I created a temporary warden. And temporary, of course, turned into the rest of my Lotro career.
And
Because
reputation.
that was
Yeah.
that was Pine Leaf, the original Pine Leaf.
And do you want to talk about how you came up with that name on here?
How I came up with the name Pine Leaf, and I was at the time I was using names that had the name of a plant in them, and in some way was reminiscent of the class I was playing, and I decided that a spear looked like a pine leaf. So therefore, I just chose the name Pine Leaf for that.
All right. Awesome.
So therefore, with that name chosen, and I happen to have done that on a different server than my own, because my own server at the time didn't come up, but therefore that's how Winfold became my main server. Because the server I was on when Moria was released didn't come up for about 3 or 4 hours.
Yep, that would get me
And
to do it.
Yep. And it was just a temporary character, but temporary turned out to be a pretty long time.
Oh look, it's that epic I'm not doing.
Oh, that epic you're not doing?
Not on this character anyway. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, alright. Let's see, do I have anything else here? Alright, so therefore that's how it got me into there. I then played mainly the Warden, and I was playing other characters. In fact, I got rid of all my pre-Moria characters and created new ones so that I would have the name Pine in their name. I know that's the Pine Leaf version of renaming. Instead of going to services and asking to rename them, I would delete the character and create a new one.
See, when
Sort
we
of
go
like
to
my server
Mordor, you will
transfer.
delete your character. So, see, it's all proven here.
Anyway, so therefore I created Pine Leaf, and that became my main character. And that pretty much covers that. Now, after a while, when Mirkwood came out, at first I was lukewarm about Mirkwood. I was saying, okay, this doesn't look interesting or anything like that. Little did I know. And of course, it wasn't soon. Of course, a couple months after Mirkwood, I started getting skirmishes, and that became more and more in what I was doing. So I noticed that there was no skirmish guide. So what do you do if there's no skirmish guide? Write one.
Indeed.
So that's what I did. I wrote a skirmish guide, and I was trying to decide what to do with it. And when CSTM had their first anniversary show, I decided to send it to them after hearing that episode. So I sent that to Golden Star, and soon after that, she said, "All right, you're on." So that got me into the community. I was with CSTM for a while until Andang, of course, then invited me in order to be on LOTRO Players when CSTM folded. Or not folded as much as to scaled back.
Yep. But at the time, they told us that they were going to end, so to be fair, that's why we left. It wasn't because they were going to just scale back.
And I think that covers it.
All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and let me get this loaded up real quick.
Running another skirmish.
Do you guys want to?
We've been going an hour plus.
Yeah, but I still have some stuff to look up, so for the end of the show, so we can go ahead and run another one.
All
Let's
right.
go ahead and run Tuckbro at 20. What's our lowest level character?
We've
Alright,
lost
so
a couple of people
26.
now, so
26. We only lost one, I think. But
Panda left.
Yep.
And our minstrel.
All right. Give me a moment. I am changing my. I'm at the skirmish camp right now, getting with the trainers and all.
doing pine leaf skirmishy things.
Brigands and goblins lay
Yeah,
siege
pine leaf
to the
skirmishy
great
things.
seals of Tuckbro. Provisions are running low, and time is running
And
short.
getting my soldier.
Alright, and sadly we did not have any donations this week on LOTRO Players. But if you'd like to help support our site, you can give a $5 or $10 mention on LOTRO Players by going to the donation page up in the top right, and with a $5 mention you can get a mention on one of our podcasts, and for $10 or more you can get a mention on all the active podcasts on LOTRO Players. Alright. And to contact us, you can email us at lotroplayers.mymiddleearth@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, LOTROPlayers @LOTROPlayers, PVMP Andang. You can follow Andang at PVMP_Andang. You can follow Braxwolf at Braxwolf, not Braxwood. You can follow Draculetta at Draculetta_72. You can follow Athauros at Athauros. You can follow Pineleaf at Pineleaf Needles. And you can follow Ivan at Ivan. Where can people follow you?
He doesn't want to be followed.
Apparently not. So don't follow Ivan.
Apparently
He's
not.
terrible. He never tweets. It's just, stay away from that guy.
It's trouble.
He is trouble.
Oh, no, it's this guy. Piney knows what I tend to do with this guy.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, I killed myself twice in the same skirmish.
Don't die, Hairball. Let's bring him into the circular area, guys. Pull him into here so we can actually fight him.
No, that's what it is.
Yep. It looks like I need to summon my healer pet.
Oh, Brax is fighting it.
Yep.
And he's dead.
But
I'll,
luckily the
raise
respawn
him.
is right here.
I'll raise him. Or not.
That Cry of the Hunter never kicks in time.
Pull him back over here, guys. There we go.
He's on Ivan.
There we go.
New deed, emissary of War Slayer.
No, there was a Stormkeeper here the whole time.
Oh, because I just noticed the signal.
That's who was killing me.
Alright, and does anybody have any final thoughts?
No.
No. I think we had a lot of fun here.
Ooh, I just
It's in the
completed
books.
Tier 1 class.
Yeah, it's good for deeds.
Let's finish up this skirmish, then we'll close out the show. Probably. Silly goblins.
Well, I suppose it's worth mentioning that I did manage to play a bit of Third Age Total War this week, like a few hours before we recorded this, or we were doing this. I managed to kill Eldon, which was nice. Because he got annoying in this game.
To say the least.
Go and explore those 3 troll caves and, there's nothing in any of them. Spoiler.
Well, I thought you got annoyed him because of the Fort of Bruin and he keeps on dying.
Oh yeah, he's a moron in that too, but Kickmaster. Let's get
Any
drunk.
others?
No, I don't see any.
Okay.
It's just the town drunk.
Just the town drunk.
That's right. Oh, I need heals, please. There we go. That was close.
Lord Master almost died. Shocking. Ow.
That's what you get. That was an interesting maneuver.
Yeah,
Not
it's
coordinated.
coordinated. Coordinated someone's on Fellowship with the Creeps.
I think that was still more coordinated. Alright, let's head up this way.
Bro, it's the Lord Master on steroids.
Yes, it is.
And the Roomkeeper on, I don't know, sleeping pills. She's
Hey.
much less potent. Of course, as
Oh,
I
no.
say that, I'm about to die, so...
Heals, please, whoever can. I'm gonna try to heal you, and hopefully you'll heal me.
I'm
There's a
trying,
heal for
but
you.
I have seem to have some red thing on me, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
Let's try to take out this
Thing.
priestess, please.
Lightning surge. It's a painful dot.
Oh, okay. So yeah, one of those things that our friendly neighborhood roomkeeper gives you.
If you're in the fire, please move out of it. Hey, our 21 leveled to 22.
They wouldn't die in that?
Apparently not.
Surprising.
Or they came back real quick, I don't know.
She usually kills at least somebody.
All right. Actually, let's see.
Looks like we're going in two different directions.
Mopping up
Oh,
a couple of these
well,
NPCs.
Was
I'm
there an
going to have
encounter?
to.
I didn't pay attention.
I didn't see one. There we go.
Well, we didn't take the second control point yet.
No, I'm gonna take the first one. Warning to everybody. Oh, once we're out of combat, I will. Maybe.
Shoot an arrow at me. Ivan needs power.
We just had a planned attack.
Hence why I went blue there.
Stealth for everybody.
That's what we really need.
Isn't it though? I thought so.
Stealth captain, yeah. It really helps with the yelling.
It does, you're right. Totally agree. Alright, now let's claim both of them at the same time for challenge and scaring Pineleaf.
Well, fortunately, one of them is. All right, let's take care of these guys.
Oh, I forgot which way they came.
As did I.
Oh, defender.
Oh, you need a heal. Hopefully my pet's helping.
I don't know what your pet's doing.
It's a healer.
Oh, it's a light bulb that just, glows.
I'm gonna go extra bright and you guys are gonna feel powerful, okay?
Oh, and
I don't have a heal for you, I'm sorry.
yeah, I was pretty much out of options there too.
I'm stunned. I was trying to heal you.
Yeah.
Hang on, I can res you in a second. If you don't
Uh,
wanna.
I didn't think
Is
you
it
had
worth it in this
combat.
location?
Yeah, I don't know if it'll work or not. I'll try.
I'm not sure if you get rezzed by a player, you don't get the Shame of Defeat.
I think you still get it.
I think you
the
still
only
get it.
difference it makes is that it saves you a lot of running if you're far distant.
No, I feel like
And
the
possibly
Paladin
save
Tower
someone
then.
else from having to do that.
Or someone might be needing to work on their res deed. Okay, someone didn't take the other one yet, I guess, so...
Nope.
Alright. So are you guys going to go up and go to the encounter, or...
Somebody's
Might as
in
well do it.
combat. So I can't take
You're in
this.
combat?
Yeah, for some reason.
I'm not.
Like I said, my weapons stay
Alright,
drawn
oh,
for a
got the
ridiculous
wall.
amount
I think we
of
could
time.
probably split and do one. Half of us do one, half do the other.
Yep.
I'll head to the warg.
And I'll head to the WOG. Just kidding. I guess I'll head to the WOG. I don't know. I'm gonna go somewhere.
I think it's 3 of us head to the warg. We can handle that.
Okay. Well, you guys have fun with that.
Moving to some of my pets. Okay. Let's do this.
12,000 for a goblin digger.
Ours is 13. Oh, drag.
I pulled aggro. Sorry about that.
I'm trying to put it off, but I'm not in my tank build, so. Got a nice heal,
Go.
though.
We completed ours.
I've noticed.
We've almost done it. And there we go. Nice. Pretty easy.
We've gone ahead and pulled stuff so we have a higher chance of dying.
Ah, okay. I know you don't want to make it too easy for us.
Of course not.
Completed Brigand Slayer Advanced.
Careful with
Myth
this.
Reindeer's back.
Era
Yep.
of Light. And the Shepherd of Filth.
Both not fun.
These guys are a nice couple.
Our champion needs some
I'm in-
heals.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
He's about to summon the crawlers. Oh, AoE if anyone has them.
Well,
Hate
the
game
champion, I would
controls.
imagine, has some. And we have one of them, so... we have at least one person that can do AoEs. Yay!
Da.
Somebody should probably claim that. Just a thought. Oh, you just pulled a lot. Ivan.
No,
It's-
don't pull a priestess during.
Ivan.
And it's a Zealot of Pain here too.
Oh
Okay,
no.
we've got 2 zealots of pain, a priest.
This is gonna go
And a
bad.
king. We even have
Oh,
the
there's
Tuckborough
lots of
kit.
fire
We
in
just,
Tuckborough.
Oh no, that's a.
I'm dead.
I'm just running. I'm running away.
Yeah, I'm running,
I
run
think
away,
that's
run
probably
away,
a good idea.
I'm still in combat, which means they're probably coming down here.
Oh yeah, they're gonna follow us until we all die, just so everyone knows. So there's really not that much point in running away.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no. This was all kinds of bad idea.
That's what they call a bad pull.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
So, why did you suggest I claim that control point?
Because I didn't know that Ivan was going to be going and pulling crazy stuff. And he's on the Skype call, so he doesn't have an excuse.
Okay, that's one down.
okay.
Oops.
Where were you guys fighting?
We were
came-
fighting
oh,
at the
God.
beginning.
Oh, they're still here.
The priestess.
Yeah,
is
in
down.
skirmishes, they follow you till the ends of the earth until everyone dies.
Okay, it's just me and Ivan against the priestess.
Good luck with that.
Thanks. See how this goes.
Whoever gave me a bubble, thank you.
Oh, she's running towards you guys now, I think. Probably to drop a big flame on you.
A big flame.
It's so big a flame that it's twice.
Oh, yep, there's the
Yeah,
flame.
I think I just seen it. All right, where is?
Oh, there's a priest of vengeance too.
Yep, I'm
Oh,
trying
you
to
Thank you
focus
for
on
that
that one.
lovely deal, whoever that was. Very well timed.
Oh, wow. I just dropped.
I'm guessing you killed yourself on the priest of vengeance.
Yep.
Or more likely on the person who was helped by the priest of vengeance.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Panics the Skirmish Master. It's not the same thing.
I'm gonna need power. It'll take me ages to recover this.
All right.
Yeah, and you can
Let's get
just keep on needing it.
No problem.
So I just took it, and it's one of those things.
Alright.
We're gonna go up this way. Let's see.
I'm just trying to get back over there.
Oh, there it is.
Looks like we're going both ways.
And this surprises anybody why?
Because it's been so
Yeah.
organized so far.
Oh, the Dowerhand Kegmaster is here still.
Oh, that was a very well, that drink had a kick to it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he does that to you. Oh, then we'll have to kick him back.
That's right.
I don't have that skill yet. Ow.
All right.
Now we can breathe a little, hopefully.
Until we get into the courtyard.
Well, yeah, and that same thing happens again.
Yeah. I can actually look and see what's in there. Oh, it's another priest of vengeance.
Of course, we're in a raid.
Just one lieutenant?
I can't see anyone from here, but there might be.
Oh, well, I mean, in the Priest of Vengeance location, there's only one, but there are... Oh, let's drop. Fall
Oh,
back, fall
is
back,
th-
fall back, fall back!
There's a priestess of flame in there too.
I think Panic
And
wants us to
here
fall
we
back
have
little bit.
a
Oh, this is gonna go well.
priest of vengeance. We're getting so nice
Yeah.
with these.
Yeah. Don't take it while someone's scouting.
Oh, where's the bleeding priest?
It's all the way back.
Oh, there he is.
But considering we only have 7 people, and we're doing it at a weird level for
Oh.
some players, this is going pretty well.
Interesting.
Yes, I'm sure it's a credit to our organization and teamwork.
Oh yeah, of course.
What organization and teamwork?
Counterattack.
2 venomous blood arrows.
Oh, goody gumdrops!
Everyone on Pine Leaf's venomous blood arrow, which he's not on.
Okay. I'll go onto one of them.
Pine's about to die.
And
I'm
I have
healing
2
him.
arrows on me.
Oops, I can't find it. Ooh, okay.
Our captain in Group 2 is about to die.
Are you now? God, they're really rapid with those.
I'm stunned. I can't do anything right now, so sorry.
No, everyone's getting hit with those now.
Yeah, if you get the power debuff, get rid of it before you get stunned.
Indeed. Wise words by Pine.
Oh, actually,
Anything in the chat by chance?
At
okay.
this point.
That's one down.
I'm
Nope.
about to lose more power than I already have.
Let's see, there was Manuel Miscaliph, but I don't know who posted that.
I think that's Mithrandir.
Oh,
What did they say?
Can I still join for a sec?
Yeah, you can. As he did.
A literal sec. Since we'll be done soon.
Yep.
Oh, did we pull that Priest of Vengeance?
We might have.
Oh, there's a Bearer of Blight there too.
Alright.
Imagine getting 2 Priestesses of Flame. They're like, you'd run from one fire and then you just drop another one.
I've had that before. It's not fun.
I'm just thinking what the boss fight's going to be like.
A massacre for someone.
For the boss.
No logic, Pine Leaf. No logic.
Please give us your logic, Pine.
It's fair to say that logic never entered the equation.
Logic is applicable in skirmishes, Pine Leaf.
Not our skirmishes, though.
I could say except this group.
What is kind of a pug? Since it is our first episode and we do have other players with us.
Fellowship.
Here comes the flame.
Oh. Priestess first, then.
Well, unfortunately, where is she right now? She's in the middle of the fire?
Pine Leaf, you're very quiet.
Yes, well, I can't hit her if she's in the fire because I'm not standing in the middle of the fire to do this.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Pounding echoes.
Here she comes. I got her attention. You're welcome.
Okay.
Brax.
She's dead.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Now onto the bearer.
He's not too bad. There we go.
All right.
Wait a little bit
Yay.
before we take it, please.
Yeah, I just realized
Yeah. Breathe a
I
little
had my
bit.
Skirmish soldier summoned the whole time. That was a thing.
All right. Now, how are we going to do this fight?
Alright,
YOLO.
here we go.
We're not going to plan this out.
Nope. Apparently not.
Of
We
course
are
we're not going to
trouble.
plan it
Take
out.
all the ads first, obviously.
Well, duh.
No, we'll just kill ourselves first, then the boss, and then the ads.
The thing
and
is, if
then
you kill
hobbits.
if you kill the boss, then he'll spawn extra stuff for you to take super quick, and you don't
he
want
can
that.
get as many as 6. He can summon as many as 6 lieutenants in a raid.
Depending on
Given our roster of lieutenants we've gotten so far this skirmish, I don't think that would go well.
hopefully we expelled all the bad ones.
Oh, I even went to level 29.
Nice, that'll help. Not very much, but it'll help.
All right. If you could pull the boss away from here, it would be nice.
Yeah, whoever has his attention.
I have no
I
idea.
guess that's not going to happen.
I'm trying to get his attention.
All right. I'm going to scout to see what we get for Lieutenant. We get a Kegmaster. Everyone switch to the Kegmaster.
Everyone switch to the Kegmaster. Except for whoever has aggro on the boss, obviously.
Oh.
Great.
And now someone is still...
I don't think that's what we were awing about.
It's the fact that we got this boss.
Alright, well, obviously...
Even in a raid fight, he's just not
choppy.
even exciting at all.
Nope.
Pansy.
Well, I guess we're going to have to kill the boss down then.
Here came another
Oh, no.
one. Focus down the next Kegmaster.
They have been doing a lot of drinking in there.
Yeah.
Actually, you might as well kill the boss now, since he can't summon anymore now, because we've had all 3 spawns. We were
Oh, you said
very
it was
lucky to get...
6.
Yes, if you have 2.
If he does
yeah,
2 at
in each
once.
spawn.
Oh.
Well, we only had 1 at each all the 3 ones, which was extremely lucky.
Stunned me right before I got my attack off. And now he disappeared. Because he died.
Now we just auto attack him to death since, you know.
Yep.
Kill birds.
Alright. Well, hopefully everyone... Yay! Hopefully
Completed
everyone...
Wretched Falconer Slayer. That's the most boring deed completion I've ever had.
Alright, well, hopefully everyone had fun tonight, and hopefully our audience and chat room had fun as well. And just a reminder that... Huh?
Lost only 1 hobbit?
That's right.
That was the one where we had the priestess and everyone.
And just a reminder that you can join us for LOTRO Players Adventures every single Saturday at 5 p.m. server time. And a reminder that LOTRO Players News goes live every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. server time, where you can get all your LOTRO news. And you can join us by going to LOTROplayers.com/live and then picking the respective show, and then going on to join us on the YouTube and join us in the chat, because we definitely want to have you guys join with us and interact. That's why we do these shows, is for the community. So it's definitely great to have you guys with us, and we hope that this show will continue to get more popular, and hopefully we'll continue to have more and more people with us in-game here. Reminder that we are on Landerville's server, and reminder that it is once again at 5 p.m. Eastern server time, and you can join us by friending, or just by sending a tell to Staffdang, STAFDANG. So thank you guys once again, and we'll see you...
Staffdang? Oh,
That's
yes,
right,
okay.
Staffdang. And we'll join you, and we hope that you guys will join us next week for episode 2, where we will be talking about things like, was free-to-play a good idea? And was the Warner Brothers acquisition of LOTRO a good idea? So, fun topics. Alright, so thank you guys once again, and we'll see you next week.